Welcome everybody to the closing bell here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group Securities offered by MoneyBlock. Let's wrap up this momentous week, the third trading week of January, first month of the year. And we have elected and now in office the new president, 45th president of the United States, Donald Trump. So everybody knows that. So basically now we have to see if all the pre-election and post-election hype, if it's going to stick. If you look at the market, it's up nearly 7% from November 8th to current date. Today, you had some modest gains across the board. You had the S&P 500 up 0.3%. You had the NASDAQ up 0.3%. You had the Dow up 0.5%. You had the Russell 2000 up 0.5%. And today was much like the rest of the week. It was underpinned by wait-and-see mentality until President Trump spoke, and he stuck true to script, pro-growth, basically wanted to look at his other policies about, trade and so forth. We thought we'd get some maybe statements in there, but no. He just said it was about we, it was about us, it was about the fact that every decision that he's going to make is going to be based on what's going to be the best for the American worker. And so he basically put out a very promising tone. He did say that he was going to make commitments to making sure that it's made in America, it's built in America, and that commitment's going to improve not only the American worker but the American manufacturer's bottom line. So the market started to pull back after those comments because now I think everyone's going to wait and see what he means by that. As far as the sectors and how they performed, we saw the telecom sector and the material sector the best performing. So IYZ and XLB up 0.9% respectively. And you saw that at the bottom end of the board, you saw industrials basically unchanged and healthcare. So XLI and XLV, healthcare was down about 0.3%. And the remainder of the offensive sectors stayed in the green modestly. Energy, though, also continued to hold its boost into the close. Crude oil was up 2.1% at 53.25. That's basically in front of an OPEC, non-OPEC meeting. It's a compliance meeting this weekend. It's going to be on Sunday night. So join us for Sunday night setups where we're going to be able to look at the impact on that in the crude markets, especially as we look at the futures markets as they trade on Sunday evening. But that was a catalyst for crude today and the energy sector in general, which was up about 0.5%. Take a look at XLE. The financial sector up 0.5%. Now, in general, today was good, but overall, financials were weak. The space lost about 1.6%. Even though we had better than expected results from, the large cap names, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup. Basically, it looks like it was, buy the election, sell the news. This sector in general was up, the financials up 20.5%. Over the fourth quarter, so it looked like it was ripe for some profit taking, and we're going to see what's going to be happening with growth and with rates. The technology sector continued to outperform today, up 0.5%. You saw that the catalysts were twofold. Semiconductors. Take a look at SMH, up about roughly about 1.3% looking at SMH, the Philly Semiconductor Index. You also had IBM bounced really well after announcing their earnings. They were down at around that 163, 164 level. Bounce finished the day up 374 at 170. So Big Blue was moving to the upside. Skyworks, the SWKS reported up 13%. So you had IBM up 2%. You had Skyworks up 13%. Now Skyworks, basically, with that pop, not only was the catalyst for the semis, but it also held up the hopes for Apple. Apple was up slightly, about 15 cents today at 119. But what's notable is that could be a precursor for potential demand, and we're going to watch the sales of Apple products because they use the semiconductors from SWK Skyworks. U.S. Treasuries, they were mixed all day. You saw the shorter end of the curve, the 2-year note trading higher, while the longer dated notes were trading lower, 10-year, 30-year. The yield on the curve basically steepened with the 2-year closing right around 3 basis points lower at about 1.19%, and the 30-year finished 1 basis point higher at 3.06%. We did see that the 10-year did close unchanged at 2.47%. So like I said, mixed markets, which explained the reaction in the financials. Looking ahead at the economic data, there is nothing on Monday, but there is going to be some notable earnings. Watch McDonald's. We talked about that in Tech Talk. Halliburton, ticker symbol HAL, they'll be reporting. They were up $1.11. And watch Halliburton because that could be impacted on the events that are going to occur on Sunday night with the OPEC compliance meeting. And also you'll have Yahoo that will be announcing after hours on Monday. We talked about that in Tech Talk, so go back and take a look at the recording. That's ticker symbol YHOO. Overall, the market so far year to date, you have the Russell 2000 down 0.4%. You have the Dow Jones Industrials up 0.3%. You have the S&P 500 up 1.5% year to date, and the Nasdaq Composite up 3.2%. So that's the leader right now, and the biggest laggard, the Russell 2000. And I have to say that is a little bit of a red flag. If we don't see momentum in those small cap, domestically centric, higher beta stocks, that could be a red flag going forward. So we're going to watch that very closely. All right, folks, that's it for the closing bell here at MarketStream.live. Have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you on Sunday night for Sunday night setups. Till then, keep an eye on the website. We're rolling out some new tools in the premium section, some really cool tools, probability calculators, portfolio models. You are going to get a gamut of new tools and applications all for you. Check it out. See you soon.